Okay, so this is my solution for automating research farming. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 research chambers, and they're all just analyzing resin at a rate of 16 bytes per minute at the current power level, which is based on this expensive setup I've got here. Now these medium-sized batteries do not do anything. I did hear talk about people moving to the North Pole where the sun is always in the sky and it never gets nighttime. It does sound wise, but I should have done that earlier in the game. I'm not going to do it now. So this keeps filling up because I have filled up a bunch of soil canisters by basically ripping that mountain up to pieces with this rover. I love this rover, it's so good. With that drill strength 1 extension on the front. So what I do is I just put that there, I chuck these 4 canisters, which are medium fluid and soil canisters, which are manufactured in the little printer over there. Just put them on, drive through, bring it back, plug it into this system here, and then I've got a series of auto arms that grab stuff, okay? So you can see what's happening here. The soil centrifuge has converted the soil into resin. So I've got some arms that take the resin off first, 2 arms really. This arm goes this way to the printer. We've got that turned on. Yeah, so that printer, that little printer is going to keep printing canisters when it gets enough. So after that's finished, you'll see that happens there. This auto arm here takes that 1 canister off and chucks it in the shredder, and that goes off to the trade station over there. And this other one here, I've placed that back further this way so that can take any overflow, and that sends it off to that secondary trade station when the printer just goes berserk and just keeps printing, so it's not all lost. Because obviously when this is operational I can't, and also when I run out of soil. So when I run out of soil everything just stops, and it works quite well. But this resin here keeps getting researched, because obviously for me research bytes are more important than resin. Let's watch it again. See, it's just finished. This guy puts that there towards that direction. This guy turns that into canisters. And it's first in best dress with these 2 arms. It used to be first in best dress with this arm and this arm for the used canisters, but this one was getting too greedy and I wasn't getting enough in it, and the system was slowing down too much. So once this guy puts an empty canister in that fills up with soil. That guy takes a full canister and he's ready to put that into the soil centrifuge. This one's taking the empties, and that's being shredded. And it might take about 20 canisters or so before that becomes a full scrap. So it takes a really long time to even get this filled up. That's really good. When I want to get extra energy, I just go into there and order organics, which is a bit of a waste really, because I can, a lot of flowers and grass lying around. And when that comes back, I'll just turn this back on. That's designed to only take carbon, and this one here I haven't got a spare, but it should be in there. That should be designed to only take organics. So basically what happens is when that returns, it'll bring a whole bunch of organics, it'll feed it into this smelting furnace and push that all over there. Incidentally, I just rebuilt this because I blew it up to open an exo case, because I don't have the gases and everything. Well, I haven't researched dynamite either. Okay, so that's just going to keep creating fuel, which is a bit of waste because that just really runs out and there's no real point in that. Over there's my garden of interplanetary plants to create seeds to feed my little snails. I've discovered 2 snails so far. And this is my base. I've been to Novus and I might have been to the moon, but I've restarted this game, so I'm not sure. On this particular round, I haven't really bothered making everything neat and tidy with a proper system yet. I just dump everything over here just by running back and forward all over the place. And yeah, just do it by hand. In terms of the power systems, I started with just little ones. They don't do much. And to be honest, during the night time, everything runs out of power. You can see that yellow line is pretty thick at the moment because there's some wind. But when that wind runs out, you see those batteries are all dead. They don't hold anything. I mean, I could spend a fortune on those batteries, but it's a waste of time, I think. You can see the wind graphics coming through, but this wind is just stopping. You can see how thin that yellow line is becoming now. It slows everything right down. So as you can see over here, I've still got enough soil. Now, this auto arm can reach into this whole area, so I might as well move these over here so I can drive away or go to another planet or something now. So if I don't put them close enough, it won't reach anything. Let's check that in. No, it's going to move over there. Yeah, that should work. That should go for another half hour or so. Alright, so I want to go find some expo crates. Never know where they are. In my last game I dug too many gigantic holes around my base and it screwed up everything, so I might as well grab some of this. I don't want to grab that, too much storage. Although I haven't got anything on the back at the moment, so might as well. But it doesn't really matter because I have found that it's not efficient really to worry about all that other stuff now that I've got that resin system in place. So what I'm looking for are the green symbols on the screen. And the only place you ever find them, because that's where the exo caches are, the only place you ever find them, I've only really just started. I'm mostly done base, so I have unlocked that, whatever that thing's called, but that's the only one I've done. On my previous game I did go to the core of the planet, just from digging by hand. But once you've got a rover, it's so easy. Everything's just a million times easier. Look, even right now I don't even have to worry about oxygen. Okay, so you got to see a little green logo there now. This game is called Astroneer, by the way. It's got quite a following. There are some mods that I tried to install, but I realised I didn't need it because the small printer can print those small canisters, and that's all I really needed to do to get my thing happening. Right, so I have no dynamite, right? I'll probably get rid of that that research plant in a sec. Does it even fit? Yeah, that's totally in the way. This game requires enormous patience, really. And because I probably won't put this in the machine, I'll just... Because you know you get a lot less scan point, like 35. That would have been worth about 95 if I put it in the machine. But it's not considerably more than... oh good, I got an extra See that one there? An extra oxygen tank, so yeah, it's not bad. Might as well grab those extenders. Might as well scan that now. Oh, dynamite, you kidding me? That's pretty good. I feel like maybe I should take it to another planet with me. Because you can blow up more, apparently you can blow up more than one exo case at a time using a single stick of dynamite, but you can also use, because dynamite's hard for me to come by. Oh, do I need all that space? I don't remember. We'll see in a sec. I might not be able to take this with me. Doesn't matter, I'd have to build a base for it and everything, and it's insignificant for my plans at the moment. Won't even stay there. There we go. Alright. Definitely want that dynamite. Just reset that quickly. You got to dig it out the ground a little bit to pick things up, otherwise you can't pick them up because they're sort of embedded. Yeah, it really helps to have that second oxygen tank. It doubles the amount of time I can walk around out here. I used to walk around desperately looking for resin everywhere so I could make the what is it, oxygen extender. But this is much better. Of course, when you're traveling around without a vehicle, you do need to get those resins. Though I discovered it's not that expensive to build a buggy when you get to another planet. You might as well build the rover chair and... It's not going to click, is it? Yeah, I don't really need this. It's insignificant. It's pretty full. That won't stick there, will that? Because it's only single slots. It doesn't know. And the good thing is, you see, as I was sort of digging before, this rover just picks everything up. It does everything for you. It makes going around and picking things up by hand seem like a complete waste of time. So you want to get these rovers as quickly as possible. Is that laterite? I think it's laterite. That doesn't mean that it's nearby. I mean, it could be deep underground or something, but I'm not going to bother. There's so much research stuff to pick up there, but I'm not going to bother. Because as you know, I'm farming it. Like right now we can check on how quickly my farming speed is during the daytime. I have to get out first. Yeah, look at this. 53 bytes per minute as I wander around doing other things. And that will just run on its own until the soil runs out. Which is awesome. Yeah, I don't really need to mine that much anymore. Because I just call anything I want, like even though there's compound and organics and everything all over the place. I still just call it in by trade ship as required. I might even think about adding more of these, but then that would mean that I'd probably have to get more soil, because the quicker this all happens, the quicker I have to. Yeah, I might just use the dynamite just to get this out of the way. Maybe I should put it over there. I wonder if the compound will... it won't let me carry this nicely. I should have just driven over here. I wonder if the compound will turn into little sachets. Just want to see what happens to it. I'll blow all that up at once. Three, two, one. Ooh. Might just research all these. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Yeah, it did turn a couple of them into. Cool. See how much soil's left. I always grab that one and just chuck it in. Alright, so that's empty. I just had to pause that while I just chucked that away. So I've still got anything there. So it doesn't matter that it's on its side or anything like that. It's still in range. It'll still work, I think, as long as that can reach it as well, because that's got to put that canister on the side of any of these. Just watch what happens here. Okay, so he can't move yet because you see not all those resins have been removed. Once that's clear, it'll allow this guy to put in the full soil canister. Oh, the electricity's slowed right down. And I'm not going to go and get more organics with that stuff. But the thing is, it can put a halt on everything if these things get too full as well. So what I think was an interesting choice was for me to put this far away, so you see how it's not reaching for anything yet? It's only when this pile becomes so big, it just starts overflowing all over the place over there. That's when this guy can have some. But look how low the energy level is. That's why it's so slow to even print a canister. But this is already in progress, so there's no hurry. But I mean, everything's fast. I mean, the amount of bytes I make per second and everything are affected by the energy level. So I'm only making 6 bytes per minute, even though I've got 9 research chambers going. That one at the end looks like it's paused. No. This is superfluous. I could have that doing stuff along the way, but it's just, it messes things up a bit. In one of my previous one, because one of these arms can reach 2 of these at the same time if you wanted to do that. But this was my idea. So yeah, I've got a trade platform on 2 arms of this operation. This stuff over here is not connected to anything. But the great thing I just discovered is, and I didn't know this until right now, this medium gas canister, when sat on a what do you call these? large platform B, it automatically goes in there. It automatically pushes itself in there as storage. So that's pretty bloody good. I love the automation of this sometimes. And if you're having problems trying to blow up one of these things because you saw somebody do it without dynamite, you just place you try to place a hydrogen onto this and it doesn't work. It just gets pushed over to the side. It's because it's a large platform B. You need a large platform A to use this as a detonating device. I feel like I kind of wasted my money on these because they don't last very long, just until the organics run out. That'll give me about 30 seconds of fuel. Bit of a waste of time. And I'm excited because I just got this large shuttle. It was quite an amazing set of ingredients I needed. What was it again? Large shuttle. It's pretty bloody expensive. It was, see, titanium alloy. That is a pretty significant compound. You need nitrogen, titanium, and graphene. And graphene alone. So what's graphene? Yeah, you need hydrazine and graphite. Okay, so what's hydrazine? You need hydrogen, ammonium. So at least on the home planet you can get hydrogen, right? Once you've got one of these atmospheric condensers. So I'm currently mining methane on one of the other planets, but I've only got a platform and one of these things, so it would only have 4 little things. Not that I've needed a lot of methane, but it'd be nice to chuck one of these things on the side of it if I go there. Okay, see how it's starting to overflow? He's making too many of these. Soon they'll overflow into his little green zone because it'll just pile over and fall in. Also, there's a bug in the game that makes them float in midair or whatever. Doesn't matter. You gotta be careful when you walk past because just chuck them in your backpack all the time. And that's my system of farming. Now that the sun's out, we should be getting a fair bit of power, so these are running. That's not yellow all the way to the edge, so that's not maximum power. When the wind comes, it should probably reach maximum power because it's got sunshine and wind as well. But there's not enough fuel, there's not enough power or anything to start charging these batteries. You see how when I hover over this, it says it produces 5 units a second? See how the yellow line's getting a lot thicker now because the wind's picked up? Just have a look at this. Yeah, you see how it's throbbing with, pulsing light. That's maximum power. So at the moment with maximum power, I'm getting 100 and whatever it was, 140 or something bytes per minute. And then when the wind stops, it's down to 75 or something. So yeah, 7,000 bytes. I can afford stuff now. Cool. Alright. Thanks for listening. I hope you learned something about my farming method. I haven't really watched a lot of videos on how people are farming research, but that's my method.